What's going on, React Machines? This market right now is completely brutal, and I want to share with you things that we're doing in our business, in our operation to actually get deals closed and through the finish line. Now, there's no hiding it, right? There is a market shift. You can see that properties that are being put up for sale are staying longer. There's more inventory. There's less and less properties pending, if any at all. And some of the most stable markets, such as Texas, are being hit hard, and other markets across the nation. Now, I just want to go through a quick hit list of things that we are doing when we are negotiating with sellers that is helping us actually get deals closed. We are seeing a lot of pre-foreclosure type of properties coming up, people that have put their head in the sand, kind of like an ostrich, and not really thinking about the consequences of just holding out to the last minute. So the first key tip is actually educating your sellers, right? When you are speaking with them, they're probably going to be feeling lowballed. And what you want to have in your back pocket is properties that have been listed that have not sold, the lowest sold comparable properties that have sold, and the days on the market. And you want to take those into account when you're looking at ARV. You want to pace forward what the actual after repair value is going to be. So a property right now that may be worth, based on previous ARV, 350,000, you may need to be projecting 325, 315 based on what's on the market, because it's actually a race to the bottom. Now, a lot of these conversations are going to be tough with your sellers, and they're going to want to hang up. And what you want to do, and what we're focusing on heavily, is before providing any final number or before negotiating any final, to the dollar number, or providing an offer, we are making sure that we're reviewing the market together. So it's called consultative selling. And if you don't have the days on the market, the properties that are listed, that they, whether you listed or they listed, you're going to be going against. And kind of like the last pending house, if any, you're going to be at a disadvantage. The other piece is that sellers lie. They lie a lot. And if you don't set the pre-frame, Mr. Seller, especially if you're negotiating over the phone, Mr. Seller, based on our conversation, that is what we underwrote in terms of condition. But just know that if further due diligence is done and this condition is really different, we're going to have to revisit where we're at in terms of the number. I'm assuming that's fair enough for you, and you're not a liar, correct? And by stating that in that way, you're going to be able to get them to open up, because nobody wants to be called a liar. Although, to be honest, a lot of times they just lie off the bat, okay? So have your data pre-frame for renegotiation. And then third, when you actually go and renegotiate, you have to renegotiate with facts, right? Don't just renegotiate because you think so, or blah, blah, blah. Like, get pictures, get videos, get an inspection report of the property, and just have an honest conversation like, listen, we may be your best option at this point, or maybe not, okay? And the last piece that I'm going to say is give yourself more time on contracts. Things are just taking a lot longer to actually sell in general. And if you are just pinning yourself against a corner with really tight timelines, you're going to disappoint yourself, and you're going to disappoint your seller that you are working with. In this market, we're seeing that sellers are finally kind of catching on that, it's not necessarily a seller's market. The mainstream media is coming out with news around that piece. Now it's feeling like, although they're realizing it, every escrow seems to be a little bit harder, a little bit more renegotiation, whether we want to or not. It's just the state of the market has uncertainty on it. So if you do these tips that I just mentioned to you, that at least we're doing on our side, is helping us set up the escrow, meaning the contract, for success. Now, if you are interested in getting our help, make sure you check the links below, some free resources as well for you to improve your real estate wholesale operation. God bless.